Hi, and welcome to episode 24 of the Aussie Tech Crypto Show, a show about cryptocurrency from an Australian viewpoint. This show is brought to you by Australia Coin, Australia's true blue Aussie crypto coin. I'm your host, Jason Oakley. This is my co-host, Will Tomkinson. Hey, Will.
Australia Coin to the moon.
How's things going over there?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. I'm actually able to both sit up and speak this week, so it's somewhat...
Whoa. Congratulations, I knew you'd be able to do it one day.
2 weeks holiday, and for the most part, spent most of that in bed. The first week I couldn't move because of my back, and the second week I couldn't talk because I had a bone infection in my jaw.
And then you're bashing down your neighbour's fence.
Nothing was having your bone infected.
No.
And my neighbour, well, only a little bit of it.
He didn't need it anyway. It's all right. Don't worry about it, guy.
It's a shared fence. It's not just his fence. It's my fence too. But yeah, so it's all been fun. But no, I know those people who are Australia Coin holders, you'll be. I don't know if you've checked your wallet recently, but it might be paying to go and have a look. It's
ka-ching or what?
Yeah, it's actually gone. It's gone like not just up a little bit, like a several 100% increase. It was nuts. I think my wallet went from $2.40 or something up to nearly $100.
Yeah.
So that's like a pretty impressive rise. So
and everyone should keep an eye on minds.com. Our last show with our special guest has had over 1,000 views already.
Really I might actually set up a HTC Minds. At the moment, you can catch it. You can go to minds.com/something. What's my Minds account?
Mr. Tomkinson.
Mr. Tomkinson, that's it. Yeah.
Highly original.
Too many things. But I might set up an actual Minds one and do it that way.
Yeah.
But we get, a dozen or a couple of hundred on YouTube and a couple of hundred podcast downloads, and then you get 1,000 plus in, the first 24 hours it goes up.
I think people are sick of Facebook, right?
Facebook. Well, did you see the latest?
Yeah, $123 billion drop in stock. Whoa!
Yeah, overnight, 41% it dropped in one night. The largest ever. Less than 48 hours. The largest single day loss of any company ever in the history of the stock market.
What does that tell you? It's overpriced, right? It's all speculated up the wazoo, and then suddenly there's a big correction.
But I've never seen a chart just go. Not.
Let me introduce you to a little thing called Bitcoin, Mr. T. I think you might have seen that one go. Vroom.
I don't think even it did that.
Not that bad.
Not in a matter of a couple of hours.
And not $123 billion worth.
No, it was just absolutely. And Twitter did the same thing. Yeah. Not quite the same. I think Facebook dropped like 41% and Twitter dropped like 35% or something. Like, it's just
nuts.
People are sick of the.
They're all cesspools.
It is. Okay, look. Yes, I get it. It's a free service. So at the end of the day,
you're the thing.
Bound by what they're offering.
Yeah.
But the thing is, people are realizing that what they're offering is not what they actually want. Which is things like there's Minds.com. There's that new one that's just starting up. What is it? Open Book?
Yes, Open Book.
There's another one
that's on the Aussie Tech Heads page.
That's just starting to happen, and it's getting this whole censor dictatorship sort of.
If my family weren't on Facebook, I wouldn't need to be there.
I spend a lot more time on Minds than I do on Facebook. I do still use Facebook. I haven't used Twitter for a long time anyway, so that's kind of irrelevant. But
I flick through it when I get bored. That's about it.
Yeah, but no, I think it's due for a shake. And I've been. If anybody who watches Aussie Tech Heads, you'd know that I've been a big advocate for the last couple of years of this shake-up. It's been coming.
Yeah.
So might actually nearly be here.
Fingers crossed, something good.
Then you get someone. Just see the tweet that Donald Trump put out.
Which one?
About Twitter censoring one of his posts.
Shadow. Are they shadow blocking he was talking about?
Yeah, that's right.
Twitter's like, we don't have a thing like that, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, and then until he offered the proof. He was like, okay, if you don't have a thing like that, well, why did you ban this? And he put the thing, redid it again, and it got banned again. And then it comes out that the person who's in charge, or the lady who's in charge of the auto censor filter for Twitter, is actually an opponent of Trump.
How about that? Dun, dun, dun.
Funny that. Those who are watching the videos, you'll have to forgive me for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. It looks like I have no lights on in the stream. I don't know what's going on there, but I'm not that dark in real life, I promise.
Hey, man. It's the Jamaican man.
I could just turn the lights out and just be easier then. Wouldn't have to worry about that.
Yeah, you look a bit whiter now. Each week we hope to bring you some interesting information and news about the crypto world and what it's all about. Today we talk about CBA tests Ethereum blockchain, HTC's blockchain smartphone, the MacCoin, a cryptojacking game, Sirin Labs crypto smartphone, and Aussie Uberers can use Bitcoin. So we'll start off with some news, Mr. T.
Yes, I can. So it turns that 17 tons. This is the weirdest way to start an article. I'm just reading it as it,
Are they activated almonds?
Let's start in
That's
the middle
what
of
I
the
wanna
sentence, shall we? 17 tons of almonds have successfully been shipped and tracked from Sunraysia in Victoria. There you go. They're tracked from Sunraysia in Victoria, Australia, to Hamburg in Germany in a blockchain-based collaboration between Commonwealth Bank and 5 Australian and international supply chain leaders. Commonwealth Bank demonstrates a new blockchain platform underpinned by distributed ledger technology, smart contracts, and Internet of Things (IoT) to facilitate the trade experiment, tracking the shipment from Parker to end delivery in parallel to existing processes. Chris Skogel, Managing Director of the industry's leader in logistics of client coverage CBA, our blockchain-enabled global trade platform experiment brought to life the idea of a modern global supply chain that is agile, efficient, and transparent. We believe the blockchain can help our partners reduce the burden of administration on their businesses and enable them to deliver best-in-class service to customers. Wow, he's definitely marketing director. As part of the experiment, CBA partnered with global agricultural player Olam Orchards Australia Proprietary Limited, Pacific National for rail haulage, Port Landlord, Port of Melbourne, Stevedore Patrick Terminals, and shipping carrier OOCL Limited. Hardware and software support was provided by Australian and IoT provider Alex Group to ship the almonds from Madura to the global hub of Hamburg. As the documentation allowed, the blockchain-enabled supply chain allows partners to upload and access key documents such as bill of lading, that's not a word, certificate of origin, and other documents required by customs, which streamline these processes. So basically what they did was they took a process that normally involves 4 or 5 people, and they added several dozen people to the mix.
There you go. But it's on a blockchain, right? That's the important thing.
How does that have any relevance at all? Like, why?
You got to have it on things on blockchains these days. It's just this the done thing.
Yeah, but like,
if it's not on a blockchain,
I think they understood what blockchain means. I think they literally had a piece of wood and a chain attached to this bag of almonds,
and that was the block on a chain.
Yeah,
like maybe he hangs it around his neck and he thinks he's Flavor Flav. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype.
Normally they'd have it in a suitcase on the wrist. These guys had a 2-ton bag of almonds and a neck chain. Yeah, look, I don't get it.
Across the teeth. CVA catch.
I mean, okay, I know almonds are expensive, but really they're that hard to track. Like, I used to work for a company called who used to do dry foods and dry store, and we used to get almonds from around halfway around the world, and we never lost our almonds really in transit. So I don't.
What about your marbles? Have you ever lost your marbles? Hey, maybe you need a blockchain.
Yeah. Can we decentralize marbles? I'll be in that.
Marbles are red.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm missing something. I just don't really understand the point of this.
I'm guessing in this case, it was just a proof of concept.
But I mean, they already shipped from there to there. Like, it's not proving anything. It's not like they've said.
But can you do it? They didn't do it on a blockchain before, did they? No.
It's not like they said, can we deliver the bag of almonds to wherever it was, to Hamburg from Victoria via the moon. That would have been an interesting experiment. At least that would have had, a point of difference.
Only if they had a blockchain.
But I don't get it. Like, I don't understand. I know what they're trying to say, that crypto processes will work in reality, but crypto processes aren't supposed to work in reality. That's the whole point. It doesn't. Don't take.
We prove the thing that works.
Don't make something work out of something. Like, how do I explain it? For those of you who've ever been to church, a good pastor would take something that he's experienced in his life, or somebody else has experienced in their life, and make a sermon out of it and make a point from that experience. A bad pastor takes a couple of verses out of the Bible and makes part of their life fit that. It's
the wrong way around.
You can do it that way, but it doesn't really have the same meaning as if it happens organically.
Yep.
Like, I don't know. I'm lost with this. I don't really understand why.
Because you can.
I mean, other than the fact that those people who are with CBA now have shares in Almond Factory, I don't know. Like, do they get their interest paid in almonds now? Like, why?
But are they activated almonds, or is it almonds that have been milked?
Oh, I got a bone to pick about that. We had to do. It's completely off topic, but yeah, whatever. We had to do for Bub's family daycare. Well, we didn't have to. We offered to do some pancakes for one of their breakfast days they were having, and we were told that a couple of the kids were lactose free, so we needed to come up with a milk substitute. Okay, no worries, fine, I can do that. We'll go and do the thing that everybody's doing at the moment. We'll use almond milk. So I went to the shop and I looked up almond milk. Let's see if I can find the photo while I'm talking. And I thought, just out of curiosity, I'm actually going to flip this around and I'm going to read what's on the back of the almond milk box.
It's just crushed almonds, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, you would imagine that. But as you can, I don't know if you can see that there. There's
Yep.
Is that going to focus? Probably not.
Yep. Sunflower oil.
Yeah. So there's filtered Australian water, organic almonds, 3%, and sunflower oil.
So it's water and oil?
It's water and oil with 3% almonds.
Oh, it's water oil flavored, almond flavored water and oil.
And you're paying $4 a litre for that.
And if you could separate the oil out of the water, you could run your car on it.
I then proceeded to look at the one next to it, which was this is the, it's either the So Good or the Vital, I think it is.
Vitasoy.
And I looked at the one next to it, which was coconut and almond milk. I thought, okay, this one's got to make sense, because surely they're going to use coconut milk, which is available in tins around the world, and put their 3% almond in that. No, it's filtered water, cane sugar, like a lot of cane sugar, like
sweet,
like 4 teaspoons per 100 ml, 2.5% almonds, and 1% coconut cream. And that is $5 a litre.
So they put a drop of coconut cream in there?
So I then proceeded to walk down the aisle to the part where you have the tins of coconut milk and bought an entire tin of coconut milk for $1.
And what did that have in it?
Coconut milk.
Oh, wow, dude.
I
I'm not saying it could be aliens, but it's aliens.
I lost the plot when I saw that. I was like, you have got to be kidding me. Seriously.
And you couldn't tell the difference in taste, right? The almond flavored water oil thing and normal milk.
Just like, I mean, I've never had almond milk before. I just assumed it was like, really finely crushed, effectively.
Almond juice, really?
Yeah, juice. Yeah, like that's what I expected it would be, and I thought $4 for a liter. That's not bad given the price of almonds.
Yep.
3%? Seriously? Why even bother? 3% like a liter? That's That's 30 mil in a liter. It's one shot glass of. Anyway.
Thoroughly mixed.
I'm sorry. I'll talk about almonds. I had to.
And that's what grinds Mr. T's gears.
I was just astounded by the height of these people. I guess it was like the whole Ribena berry deal.
Yeah.
People, I've broken the whole internet.
That's better. People on audio are like, "What's he going on? It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. These are not the robots you're looking for."
Ignore the man behind the curtain. Yeah, but anyway, that's enough of that. But just be careful what you're buying, people. Seriously.
Nothing is always what it seems. All that glitters is not almond milk.
If my almond milk glittered, I'd been.
Maybe it's one of them vampire ones that glitters in the sunlight. It's the Twilight almond milk.
Man. Albino almonds.
If anyone is still with us.
Here's another story.
HTC's new blockchain-compatible smartphone will support Litecoin, creator Charlie Lee said on Sunday. Lee announced the news on Sunday, added that he was joining the development team of the HTC Exodus as an advisor. The news comes days after Lee claimed that he met with the Exodus team last week. Lee further confirmed that the Exodus would support the Lightning Network on Litecoin natively. He added a disclaimer that the Exodus will still support Bitcoin. HTC confirmed the news on Monday, saying the team was honoured to have Lee... It's got it in quotes. Honoured.
They didn't really say that. It's like...
Oh, yeah, we were totes on it. Massive. To have Lee join as an advisor. A Taiwanese electronics maker first announced the Exodus in May, saying it was developing the world's first cryptocurrency smartphone. The device will serve as both a mobile connecting point to blockchain networks and a storage device for major cryptocurrencies including Bitcoin and Ethereum, as previously reported by CoinDesk. HTC Chief Crypto Officer Phil Chen told CoinDesk the company is hoping to begin distributing the new phone by the end of the year, though he declined to provide a firm date.
You want a phone group from reality, apparently.
You want a crypto phone, Mr. T?
If they provide me with it as they said they would, yes.
Yeah.
They didn't say they're going to sell them. They just said they're going to distribute them. I'll take one.
Sweet. Is it decentralized distribution or?
Well, this was my question. I'm guessing it's using that thing that they're doing with some websites now, where you go to a website and they say, by surfing this website, you're helping us mine bitcoins to support us. And so I'm guessing it's all that virtualization sort of, because as we know, a phone, whilst there are apps that you can mine, a phone really isn't actually doing the mining. It's not possible.
No, it's not powerful enough.
But it's doing pseudo mining. I guess it's
like the Electroneum app.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how it works, because it's
approximating what might happen if it had a particular CPU.
Yeah, which kind of defeats the purpose, because then can't my computer just do that?
Yeah.
Can't I say I've just got an ant miner or like, why do I actually have to have one? Can't I just make it assume that I've got one? Yeah, I'm not sure. It can't be anywhere near as efficient, because they wouldn't, you know what I mean? Like,
can you get your phone to spoof a Core i9?
Well, that's what yeah, I mean, look, clearly the software's got, there's agreements in place when they write the software for it. I'd like to know how the back end of that works because
What would be
it's sort of
interesting is get one of those applications that you can run Android apps on your Windows desktop,
well.
then
I
put it on
tried that.
there and see what happens.
I tried that, and it because when you set up the emulator in the first place, it asks you the hardware spec
Yep.
that you want to emulate when you're running the device. But what's interesting is you can set those specs to whatever you want. There's no limit other than your physical hardware capability on the system as to what you set the specs for on that emulator.
So it might report false.
So but I only tested it for a few minutes to have a look, but the hashing rate didn't seem to change no matter what it was reporting. So I'm guessing that there's a fixed hash rate. As soon as you say it's a mobile device, it goes, okay, you're getting this rate regardless of what it's doing. If anything, it seemed to have a little bit more to do with network speed rather than...
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see that much difference between my Galaxy S8 and the S9, which should have a faster processor.
No, I did notice a little bit of network speed when I emulated Wi-Fi connection versus a 3G I used or HTC connection. I got a faster speed. So I think it's more to do with the ability to talk to the servers and pass information backwards and forwards rather than the hardware. So don't know, but yeah, I mean, look, don't get me wrong. Obviously, now this is the other thing. The good thing that's going to come out of this is obviously HTC makes some pretty decent phones. They haven't been in the forefront for a little while, but the phones generally are pretty decent for the most part. But the thing that's going to come out of this is the security and for this to work properly, the phone has to be stable and reliable, and has to be secure, and has to have decent battery life, decent runtime, and decent passive cooling so it doesn't get hot. So even if you don't use it for the crypto side of it, the actual device itself, I think, is going to have to do a pretty decent job of performance.
Yeah. It definitely wouldn't be for mining. Maybe it's just to store the blockchain locally or something.
Yeah, but it's still going to have, it's going to be running relatively intense applications in the background. You know what I mean? Like the phone itself is still going to have to be fairly robust to be able to do that sort of thing. So I think even if you look at it from that point of view, the hardware side of it's going to be a fairly robust device. It'd be interesting to see what sort of effect it has on both your mobile data and your battery life.
Yep.
So we shall see. This week in McDonald's. Wait, what? Close enough. This week, McDonald's is kicking off its iconic burger's 50th anniversary celebrations. Okay. They have an iconic burger. Oh, the Big Mac, I'm assuming.
Yep.
I had to think about what it would even be. Then I'm like, what's their best known burger? So I only get the fillet of fish. That's all I eat.
I like the Angus ones. But I don't even go to McDonald's anymore. They seem to have dropped since they got rid of that last menu and got into this new, what do they call it? Specialized custom menu crap. And the last one I used to get a chicken burger thing with jalapenos and stuff. It was really nice. And now they've gone into this new gourmet menu and the chips don't even taste good. So we just go to HJ's.
Yeah, but Macca's chips are always... Look, if you could get Hungry Jack's burgers with some of Macca's filler options with KFC chips, I'd be sorted.
Bargain.
If somebody can do that for me, that'd be... Anyway, it's not often that any food item is relevant today as it was 50 years ago. McDonald's CEO Steve Easterbrook told Business Insider. On Sunday, the chain unveiled the MacCoin, a global currency, of course, that can be redeemed for a free burger at McDonald's locations around the world. Customers can receive a MacCoin with the purchase of a Big Mac on Thursday, August 2nd. To be redeemed starting the next day at McDonald's in more than 50 countries around the world. I'm going to have to go to Macca's just for the hell of it now.
They got you, didn't they? They found what the hook was. Mr. T's not buying our burgers. What if we had crypto burgers? How much would you pay for a crypto burger?
Now, if they call it a crypto burger, I'm definitely there.
There you go.
The deal is inspired by the Big Mac Index. The annual report uses Big Mac prices in countries around the world to see whether currencies are properly valued. While Easterbrook admits there may not always be the perfect approximation, it's one that reveals international power of the Big Mac. There are a few other items, if not in the fast food industry, with a global reach of the Big Mac. With McDonald's serving millions of theoretically identical burgers. Yeah, right. The same store can't make the same burger twice.
Nope.
More than 36,000 locations around the world. I was actually looking at this not long ago because I was reading I don't know how I ended up on YouTube videos on a random playlist. I ended up watching the history of McDonald's and how it started and how
Do you know
Big Mac
what?
started.
You know what McDonald's major investment for starting the company was? Where they make a lot of the money from is real estate. Because McDonald's owns all of the real estate at the locations where their restaurants are, which is prime real estate worldwide. They get the franchisees to buy in there. They own the rights to the real estate, and you can operate the shop and you make whatever you want from the burgers. They don't care, but they own that real estate. That's where McDonald's get all their money from. They don't care about the burgers, or fries, or desserts, or whatever. Just another way to get that piece of real estate purchased.
Yep. Yeah, and it's interesting. It's like anything. Some are worse than others, but it is really interesting just watching the history of McDonald's and how it started out. But it's interesting that they're talking about the index, the Big Mac Index. It's a real thing. You can go and look it up, and it shows you the price of a Big Mac all over the world, and what that is in terms of GDP and all this other stuff, like how it factors in. It's a really interesting concept. Of course, Australia sucks at that as well. It's like twice the price everywhere else.
There we go.
Yep, that's the one. So, is Australia even on that list? No.
Expand statistics. Scroll. New Zealand, Australia, there we go, 4.7.
So 4.7. So yeah.
Switzerland,
as opposed
6.8.
Yeah. So the one in black is I think is
Ireland.
Why is that one in black? Yeah, that's usually the US. It's in black. They usually base it off the US one. It looks like they're not in this one. It looks like they're basing it off the one in Ireland. But yeah, it's an interesting.
The better your economy is doing, the more you can afford to pay for a Big Mac.
Well, basically, the better the economy is, the less the Big Mac costs.
Oh, okay.
Effectively, the value. It's effectively a value for money scale because they're theoretically the same burger across the world. They've got the same components, so they should have the same costing.
Do you know what they call it in France?
Le Big Mac.
Have you seen Pulp Fiction?
Yes. The only reason you got
Royale with cheese.
That's it. What is it? Oh, I can't remember. I think it was on a South Park episode. No, I can't remember what it was on now. The only reason you'd go to France is to have a beer while you're having McDonald's.
Yeah. They had that on The Simpsons too. They were drinking wine and stuff. The statistic depicts the so-called Big Mac Index in 2018. The Big Mac Index is regarded as an indicator for the purchasing power of an economy. The average price for a Big Mac burger in Switzerland was $6.76 US in January 2018. So that's how many US dollars for each of them.
US dollars. Okay, that makes sense. I was going to say because it's more than that in Australian, but yeah, no, US, that'd make it like $7. Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
But so you got to remember too, Switzerland doesn't really count because they have like 1 meat eater. But yeah, no, look, this is okay. It's going to be another one of those scam coins, effectively, but it does have a purpose already because they already have the infrastructure in place to manage it. Whether or not it's going to be actually worth anything, I doubt very much. But I mean, that's whatever it is. What's a Big Mac? $7 or $8. So to buy $7 or $8 to go and get a 2-for-1 deal, effectively, it's not, not horrible. So, I wish I could figure out my camera tonight. It is literally just moving all over the place all by itself.
Something's playing up, isn't it?
It just refuses to actually do as it's told. Like my child.
Good luck. Let me try.
There we go. That's certainly no worse. So, but yeah, I don't know. Is it actually a coin worth anything? No. Is it a coin with a purpose? Yeah, absolutely. I can see this becoming a thing. Like, I can see people.
We already did a story a few months ago about Boost with crypto.
Which is interesting. I don't use Boost, but I was at one of the Boost juice bars waiting for somebody else to get one, and they actually paid in their Boost currency. They had enough credits up from whatever it was they were doing.
$20 for an orange juice.
Yeah, and after 700 orange juices, they got a free one.
And that's what makes it all worthwhile, ain't it? It's so healthy for you.
Yeah, that's it.
What? You seem skeptical, Mr. T. What's going on there?
Actually, Boost aren't too bad because they juice the whole thing. It's the ones that only give you the juice is the problem.
You need the pulp.
The natural sucrose is okay if it's eaten as a fruit. It's only when you eat it, drink the juice without the pulp is when you have the problem.
Empty calories.
Calories.
Major video game sales platform has withdrawn a game over claims that harbors a cryptojacking file, according to a report in Motherboard. The game is called Abstractism, and approximately 6,000 people purchased it from video game marketplace Steam since its release in mid-March. The game cost 49 cents to download. It's a very simple platform game. Its official description calls it an absolutely trivial platformer, but the only really special feature there is game over. But instead there is an ASMR soundtrack, a stylish minimalistic design, and a relaxing atmosphere inside. Abstractism actually has an entry in the Crappy Games Wikipedia, which is a website listing games which are subpar. The reasons listed for its inadequacy are poor controls, awful jumping physics, and visual lag. More relevant to our purposes, it mentions overpriced in-game items, many of which do not actually do anything, and a cryptocurrency mining virus. Soon after its release, users began complaining that it behaved like a cryptojacker. That is, it was very computer-heavy, which was very much at odds with its primitive graphics and gameplay. Oakley Union, the developer of the game, also encouraged people to keep the game running constantly. If that wasn't enough, Abstractism had a tendency to trigger antivirus software. Attention was initially attracted to the game because of its sale of knockoff items. The items were bootlegged from a popular game called Team Fortress 2. The game is a multiplayer shooter, but has a feature whereby players can trade and sell items. These things cost real money, and some rare ones can fetch thousands of dollars.
Yes. It happens.
Busted.
No, I'd love to know how much money the developer. Well, 6,000 people purchased it at 50 cents each, so there's $3,000 they made, and then how much money did they make mining in the background? It's really weird that Steam allow that though. Steam has a really intense approval policy.
Yeah.
You've got to jump through a lot of. The only thing I can think of is maybe the early renditions didn't do that. And once they got approved on Steam, then one of the updates introduced it.
Yeah.
Because it takes a long time for games to get approved onto Steam. Like there was a game called Raft that I really enjoyed playing, and the developers stopped updating it because they said, "Oh, we're moving to Steam. We've got the pre-approval. We just need to wait for them to approve it." And it was nearly 12 months from the time they got pre-approval to the time they actually got put onto Steam, and they actually hurt themselves a lot because they weren't releasing updates and people stopped playing the game. But Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know, but I guess it's something to be wary of. Highly unusual from Steam, but definitely from a private website or a main website that allows direct downloads.
You don't know
Not
what you're
just
downloading.
games, but anything in general. And the thing is, a game like that, okay, it's a bit obvious if it's really computer hungry, but if it's something like a video editing package or something like that, you're not necessarily going to notice the overhead because you're expecting it to be a fairly, processor intensive application anyway. So,
Yep.
yeah,
Particularly a graphics card, which a lot of the mining software offload the computations onto.
I mean, okay, there's nothing to be scared of. It's not a huge deal. It's not like they're going to take over your computer.
It's not a crypto locker.
No, they're simply using it for to make themselves some money. So worst case scenario, if you do happen to run it, you've made someone some money for a while. But it does nuke your performance in the system, which is a bit of a pain. But yeah, whatever.
Cost you a bit more in electricity bill.
Pretty much. There are only a handful of cryptocurrency-related smartphones in the works. Although, ironically, we have two this episode. But anyway, the Sirin Labs thinks it has the best. The company's most famous for its $14,000 solar and privacy phone is back on launch. The Finis, a device for the blockchain crowd. The Finis is named after Bitcoin pioneer Hal Finney and is described as a state-of-the-art mobile device for the blockchain era. Handset bears passing resemblance to a predecessor, but aside from pretty nifty hardware feature, it's what's inside that counts. So at first blush, the Finis clearly comes from the same company as the Soul, and even down to the teardrop camera frame. But here, the top fifth of the back plate now slides up in a manner that's reminiscent of an old Nokia slider. Pull out the back here, you'll find a secondary display called the Safe Screen. It's only used for crypto transactions. The company says the Safe Screen runs on dedicated firmware that users check where their coinage is being sent before they pay. The slider also activates a cold storage wallet that's designed to hold a significant number of cryptos. So basically, they're running an embedded Linux or something on chip.
Further in the article, it says it's running a forked version of Android that, much like the Solarin, the company promises been made significantly more secure. It'll need to be too, since the phone offers access to specific blockchain-related app store and the aforementioned cold wallet. Specs outlined the handset is running flagship specifications, including a Snapdragon 845 and 6 gigabytes of RAM.
So it's a fairly powerful little unit too.
And it's got a token conversion service, which is a way to overcome the balkanized nature of cryptocurrencies. Since so many coins are launched on a regular basis, it's hard to know where you place your money. It acts as a form of automatic broker, exchanging your SRN coins into tokens necessary to carry out specific purchase.
I do like the idea that they have the instant transaction thing. That's good.
We've talked about that a few times. That we speculated and wondered about how that would be done for various reasons.
If you're not sure, watch last week's episode. Last episode. We covered it on there. They quite explained how it actually worked in real time, which was good.
Yeah. We need to have clever people like that on our show again.
Yeah.
Smarter than us.
That's it. Mind you, that's not
that hard to do.
Honestly. It's like...
Yes.
If we can't understand the first 7 words you say, you're on the show.
Right. And finally, users of the popular trading platform...
What?
Users of a popular Coinbase. I missed the title. Coinbase has just dropped a major announcement for Australian cryptocurrency holders. Users of that popular trading platform can now convert cryptocurrency into Uber credits. Coinbase says it's instant, there's no withdrawal fees, and you'll receive 2% bonus on conversion. To make it happen, Coinbase has partnered with digital card company WeGift. So to convert crypto to Uber, users will need to authorize a cash out from their select Coinbase wallet. Uber is Australia's most popular ride-sharing platform application. In 2017, the company's Australian operation posted a staggering $127 million profit. Along with Uber, cryptocurrencies held in a Coinbase wallet can also be converted to Wii gift cards for retailers, including Coles, JB Hi-Fi, and Maya. Whether it's converting Bitcoin into Uber credits or Ethereum into an ASOS gift card, customers will have greater flexibility and control over how they use crypto, a Coinbase spokesman said in a statement. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, I was wondering when they were going to do that because I'd heard that they're starting to do that overseas. I was watching a thing where a lot of the ride sharing,
I think we mentioned that on the show. You can pay with crypto and other.
There's more than just Uber. See, we have a very limited market here, but a lot of especially in England, there's literally ride sharing. Like literally, you can get carpooling apps where you get 4 or 5 people sharing in one car. There's ones where you can literally share a car. So somebody will drive the car to work and then they'll park it in a garage and then you can go and drive it to go get shopping and then you put it back and someone else. So there's literally all these different variations. Plus there's, your bikes and stuff. So it is, and this was that turning point we're talking about a couple months ago. There's going to be a turning point where you're going to go from having crypto that you can't really use in the real world to actually having real world applications in real time. So whether it's public transport, whether it's Uber, whether it's shopping at Woolies, with this you can do that because with WeGift they do basically any of the gift cards that you can get. You can go to Woolies, Woolworths, or Coles, or wherever, and they have the wall full of gift cards. Well, effectively, WeGift is the same thing. And if they're accepting crypto, well, that's a more or less unlimited cash out at that point.
Sounds great.
So, the big way to get rid of your coins without getting hit with the tax bill too.
Yeah.
Because you can pay you can buy the prepaid visas as well.
And if that guy rings you up and tells you he's from the tax office, you don't have to buy an iTunes card. You could just get a WeGift one with crypto and send it to him so you don't get sent to jail.
That works.
Yeah, but you see at the Coles checkouts now, they've got a little bit of paper stuck on the checkout and it says, people are trying to get you to buy iTunes cards to pay the ATO, but it's all fake, so don't buy an iTunes card if somebody on the internet tells you to buy one to pay for an outstanding bill or something.
Yeah, it's like, why? Well, actually, there was another one a couple of years ago using the same system, but with a prepaid Visa.
Yep.
They'd authorise a prepaid Visa or something, and you had to read out your credit card numbers to make sure it was the one that was linked to the card, or yeah, righto. So, but yeah, no, this is good. This is that real world transition that's been happening. So hopefully we can give another couple of years and crypto will be mainstream for sure. And you watch the Polish cry poor over that one.
Yeah. And something else I should mention, of course, people know that if they listen to this show, somebody does, that I've been doing Fitbit clock face applications, and I did one for Australia Coin where you could enter in your Australia Coin wallet address and it would show a QR code on there, such as the ones that are around the screen right now that you could scan into an app and send Australia Coin. Well, I've just released one this week which should support just about any crypto coin and put a QR code on there, so you should be able to use your Ethereum, Bitcoin or whatever and put a QR code for one of those, keep it on your watch at all times, and when you want to have people send you some money, you just pop up your QR code on the watch. They can scan it with an app on their iPhone or Android or something like that and send you some crypto.
Yep, it's pretty
called
cool.
Cryptok.
That's clever.
Thank you, sir. Don't forget to visit our website, aussietechcrypto.com. Send us an email from the Contact Us form there or jump onto Discord to talk to us. There's a link to our Discord channel on the website. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave comments in iTunes and YouTubes, and even watch us on minds.com/Mr. Tomkinson. And you can see our show there. Send Mr. Tomkinson a Minds coin or whatever it is that they've got on there.
Yeah, that's. I think that's another reason. Speaking of cryptocurrency, it's another reason I like that website. It's based upon on social networking crypto. So
Yeah. Great website. And we'll catch you again next time. See you later.
bye.
This show is a part of the Aussie Tech Heads podcasting network. You can listen to us at aussietechradio.com. We're not licensed advisors, so please don't invest your life savings in anything we say on the show. You can contact us at feedback@aussietechcrypto.com. Visit the website aussietechcrypto.com. Thanks for listening to Aussie Tech Crypto. Tune in each week for more fun and information.